Check this out. Flame on. That's right. I'm on fire. You need this for your stream. Luckily, you're watching a tutorial for it right now. You're just going to need to download the amazing Exceldro's Source Clone plugin and the also amazing Finite Singularities Advanced Mask plugin, Noise plugin, and Stroke Glow Shadow plugins. And one thing, after I recorded the tutorial, I learned how to add smoke to it, the rising smoke. So that looks so cool. So this isn't part of the tutorial. You're going to have to figure this out yourself. But other than that, let's get started. So I use 4 scenes to create this effect. Here they are. And I name all my scenes either live or nested. It's just and I mean all of them. This is an easy way for me to know what people are going to actually be seeing. And these I also name demo just that I don't accidentally delete the wrong scenes when I'm done with this. So we have our live main scene. This is going to be our main scene when we're done. And right now all I have in it is just a background image, just an MP4 on a loop. The next scene is our nested fire boom demo, and as you can see I have nothing in there right now. This is where we're going to actually build the effect. The last 2 scenes, nested colors and nested webcams, are the elements we use to build the effect. Nested webcam it's just my webcam. I have myself reasonably centered and I have my chroma or background removal applied. The last one, nested colors, is kind of fun. This is where we're going to get the source for our effect. And I have a few different things in here. We're only going to use the magma for this, but I have some other fun ones. Actually, while I'm here, let me show you a quick trick that I use. I have a script, the SourceToggler script. You could Google it. I'm not going to make a tutorial on this, but I can add really quickly. If I add nested colors demo, now when I click one source, the other ones turn off, so I can only select one at a time. Your color sources can be whatever you want. I have a few simple ones. This is literally just colors. I have filters on it so that it's a move value filter. It's changing the color every few seconds. This color wheel, it just has a shader applied. Color wheel shader. I didn't build this. And these other ones are noise sources. For these, you need to download Finite Singularities Noise plugin. Let me show you how I created all these different noise sources. So we'll create a new one, add noise, and I'm going to call this Noise Impressionist, and you'll see why in a second. Okay, so when you create a new noise source, it can be a bit overwhelming. There are a lot of settings here. Do you start with the subscale properties or the domain warping? Or no, you don't touch any of that. Well, I don't touch any of that. You can if you're smarter than me. I go to the presets, and you can see I named my noise sources after the presets. So this one I called Impressionist because there's one called Impressionist Waves, which looks nice. So now that is added to my options here. But for this, we're going to use magma. Okay, so now we're all set up and ready to build our effect. Let's go to nested fire boom, and as you can see, there's nothing in it. The first thing I want to add is my webcam. I want to add me to put the effect around myself. But I don't want to add it as a nested source. I don't want to add scene, a nested scene. Add scene and then pick it and then add it, because I don't want to add filters to it. I might use that for other things. I might use this in other places. I don't want to mess with this. I want to keep it clean. So I have 3 options. I could nest this in another nested scene and apply filters to that. I can put it in here and put it in a group, or I can make a source clone. Choose your option. I'm going to make a source clone. So add source clone, and I'm going to call this clone clone webcam for fire. I don't know. Clone webcam fire. Fine. Okay, and the source is I'm so happy this is alphabetical. Nested webcam demo. There we go. And just so you can see what I do here. I forget what all this stuff does. This is just what I always do. This is off, this is none, this is on. Okay, and I know it's crazy, it's huge. Let's go to transform, fit to screen. There we go. Now we have a clone of our webcam theme. I can mess with this and it won't mess up our original webcam scene. All right, so let's add our fire. You're going to need another finite singularity plugin. This is the Stroke Glow Shadow plugin, and let's add it right now to our clone, where it is safe to add our filters. We're actually going to add two glows. We're going to add an inner glow and an outer glow. So first let's do the outer glow. Put this over here, and I'm going to zoom in so you can see it. Outer or inner? We're going to go outer. I'm not sure what this blur type does, but it looks better if you choose this one, in my opinion. That's what everyone says. And it could be a color or a source. We're going to choose a source, and the source is going to be, sorry, I'm bouncing around a little bit, the nested colors demo. Luckily it's alphabetical order, but it's still hard to find. There we go. And now you can see we're getting our fire effect. We could mess with our sliders a little bit. Let me zoom out here. There we go. Make it a bit bigger. And now we're starting to get a bit of a fire effect, but it's all behind us. We need the inner glow to have it to be kind of in front of us. So let's add our inner glow. Glow. Inner glow, and basically the same process. This time we're going to choose inner, the dual thing, source. Source is nested color demo, and now if we change the size and intensity, you can see what's happening. It's putting it in front of me as well as behind me. So without if I turn off, shrink this down a little bit. Without the outer glow, it just looks weird. I don't like this. I don't know why, but I don't like this. And just the outer glow, it's like a shadow. It's like it's behind me. Outer and inner glow really makes it look like I'm kind of on fire. Okay, but we don't have those licky flame things going on, and we don't have the trails. We have one more thing to do. We need to add another source to the scene to get those trails and flame effects. And this source we need to add is our nested colors demo. Same thing though, we don't want to add the nested scene because we don't want to mess with it. So we can add a nested within a nested, we can add a group. I'm going to again make a clone. So I'm going to add source clone. I'm going to call this clone colors demo, and it is a source clone of nested colors demo. There we go. And again, it's massively huge. We have to edit, transform, fit to screen. There we go. So this is just bringing a clone of our magma into this scene. Okay, so I can move this behind me, but this isn't really the effect that I want at all. So let's figure this out. The first thing we need to do is use the advanced mask to kind of cut out the shape in our magma. So I'm going to filters, advanced mask. This is another finite singularity plugin. And the mask type we're going to choose is, okay, it's an alpha mask. It is the BSM alpha wipe. BSM stands for boom so much. Braggy. I invented this, and finite singularity made me famous by naming it after me. I really will never get over that. So the source is the same source, nested webcam demos. And this is why we're using clones of that, and we didn't mess with it because we need it here. And the fade out time I'm going to make 2 seconds. And then what happens is we have a 2-second trail. So if I put the camera back on, we now have our glow with our trail. The one thing we don't have is that sort of flame effect. So we need to add another finite singularity plugin. We've already downloaded the noise plugin. This is another filter that comes with it. It is the noise displacement. And this is a lot like the noise filter. There are a lot of options for the smart people, but for me there are presets, and the presets are really cool. There's, I mean, just to show you some of the stuff. Let me see. Ooh, right, there's all kinds of crazy. This one is nuts. That's crazy. I gotta use that for something. But the one that I like for this is called water, which is kind of weird because I'm using it for fire, but it really works for me even though it's called water. So now if I turn back the other source, put myself in front of it, we have our little flamey effect. We have a trail that lasts for 2 seconds, and we have a glow a little bit in front of us, a little bit behind us. I think you might want to play with this. I'm never sure about the settings on the inner and outer glow. I always feel like if I make the inner glow more, then it looks like I'm on fire more, but it looks weird. My hair is weird now, right? You can't really see me, so I don't know. It looks cleaner, it looks better with less inner glow, but the effect sells more with more inner glow, so do as you see fit. Oh, and then the final step is, now that we have our effect, we go to our live scene here. Oop. And we add a nested scene. And for this, we could just add the nested scene, which is our nested fire boom demo. And there we have it. Oh, and I wanted to show you, so now if I wanted to play around, if we just went back to our nested colors, and if we change to the, let's say, the impressionist, and then go back to our main scene, we have a completely different effect. We could also have different displacement if you don't like that liquid displacement. I'm not going to change it now, but you get the idea. Tide pool, and this stuff is so cool. But what we're going for here is really the fire effect. Let me just show one more. I like this rainbow smoke. That's so cool. I got to use that for something. But let's go back to our magma, and here we have our final fire. I have it set up so that when I say the flame on voice command, streamer.bot turns on this camera and turns off a source with my normal camera, and after 30 seconds switches the sources back. You could also do it with a stream deck button, you could have a chat command to do it, you could use a Twitch redemption, whatever you want to make it happen. I hope this was helpful, and I can't wait to see what you guys do with these effects. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe.